All right, good morning and hello everyone. A little bit of a surprise stream. We may or may not have scheduled this properly just yesterday, and I may or may not have forgotten to announce it, but oh well, it's fine. This is just groups predictions anyway, so who cares? As I mentioned, it's group predictions. We're not going to predict every single individual matchup because that is 48 matches, and quite frankly, I don't want to be here for 7 hours. On the stream with me, I have the one and only Timper, 5WC host next year. Good morning and hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm ready to make some horrible decisions by putting teams in spots that they probably won't end up in.
I know of at least one of those. We'll get there when we get there. And then Maiji as well, our favorite Canadian commentator.
Morning, guys. It is currently 9 a.m. Foxy woke me up really early, and I'm not Canadian.
Okay.
I'm also
you know
ready
what?
to make some
I'm gonna
very bad
ignore that.
decisions today.
Okay. But yeah, with that, I think we can get started. It's group predictions. How this is gonna go is we have our own individual predictions, and then we have the overall. Individual, we're gonna keep as whatever we all assume is probably the correct order of the teams. We're gonna go from Group A to Group H. You can see on the left the group that we're currently in, the Challengers/Contenders thingy, whatever. The overall is just gonna be the average of what we think is appropriate for the placement. We'll probably go placement to placement, so we'll start with first and go to fourth. Eventually go through like everything until we're at fourth. And then we will move on to the next group. At the end, or not at the end, but whenever stream ends, I will compile it and serve it probably into small announcements so that people can laugh at us whenever groups are actually over. I think with that, we can begin, right? If anyone wants to take the first gander at the first place in the Group A of Challengers here.
We're going to start with first place?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I just went with Mexico. They are just ahead by quite a bit over all other teams, so I don't really think they will have that much of a problem. Of course, low SR could still nip in the bud, but I think they'll be fine.
I would agree, but
Foxy, you go next.
yeah, I think me and Maiji like kind of have a
Yes,
similar
bro.
guess on this.
Yes, bro.
Oh,
All right, hear me out, guys. They love low SR, and I feel like some of these teams are gonna get low SR gap to crap. And I think Peru, you got Leo Pato, you got the Basamao, Opai, they're all cracked. No, I will be genuine. I don't think Peru is first. I do think Mexico is first. I think they just have the better, well-rounded team. They're just they have like a few players that are a bit lower performing than the others, but I think on lower SR, I think like they'll be fine.
See, I can see that, but like I believe in my Peruvian boys. They have their redemption arc going. They have a bunch of new faces. I think the lowest SR is gonna help them a lot. I believe in them. I do believe Mexico can get first. It's not unlikely. It's probably what's gonna happen, but I gotta put faith in the Peruvians,
Yes, bro.
Totally not biased for any reason, but moving on to the second place in the group. I mean, for me personally, that second place is like kind of obvious because I think it's between these two teams who gets first, but it's probably Mexico in my eyes, either Mexico or Peru.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Peru in second place. I love Ukraine, but I'm just gonna be really honest. I think most of you guys just get low SR capped because you guys play too much high SR, and the pool being 4.9 stars and most maps being lower AR. I think Peru is just a bit more comfortable on this because they've been playing this SR for a little bit. Even though most of them are new tourney players, I think they might have it in the bag. I also think that Peru have they have maps that they're really not good at, but they have so many maps that they're really good at. Like they have like a lot of like top 10 and like top 12 placement maps from the qualifiers, and I think they'll be able to shine on stuff like that. And I think they're a bit more well-rounded on their picks compared to Ukraine. That might be a bag take, but it's my opinion.
Yeah, I also just now, not just now, but like before stream, I just rechecked some stuff, and I also think Peru has a better chance here. I'm sorry for Luxon, one of my best friends currently. Yeah, it's just Peru has really like good papers in the OSR, just over Ukraine at least. Unfortunately.
Yes, bro. Hey, if we're wrong, I mean, it is what it is,
Prove us wrong. Show us that this team can play anything below like 7 stars.
Mm-hmm. And I think moving to the third, I think we all kind of have an agreement here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Kazakhstan, but like I feel so bad, bro, because like 6EC they were popping off, and then they like everybody ranked up, and now like Leroy is kind of like the only one staying. Welcome back, gamers.
As we were saying, Kazakhstan had a massive pop-off in 6EC and has unfortunately just kind of gone downhill since because of their rank ups. You do have Leroy, but he alone is not going to be enough. I am happy with the way this group looks. I can absolutely see Ukraine getting into the top 2 because they're a really good team, and I have been seeing that Philoxen has apparently assessed half of the pool. But, oh well. I guess we will just have to wait and see for how the group goes, as I believe we can move on to Group B now, unless anyone here has anything else they want to say for this one.
Nope. All I'm gonna say is that we haven't seen Gura play from Kazakhstan, so like, hey, maybe they're the GOAT, and they're just gonna cook for their team. But I think besides that, I think the standings are kind of legit, kind of. I mean, anything can happen between like Mexico, Peru, Ukraine, but unfortunately I think Kazakhstan is just a bit outlier compared to these teams.
Yeah, agreed. It is what it is. We hope for the best. Maybe Kazakhstan will surprise us, who knows. But with that,
fun.
We move on to the next set of our countries. Hey Thimper, you want to start us off with this one?
Do you start from bottom?
Uh-huh.
Start from him.
This is totally not because of how good they are. This is mainly because of just me being Dutch.
So real.
Yep.
On a real
Of
note,
course, I think they're going to do better. What I initially, in terms of skill, I put them at third. I think they're fine as a team. Just not good enough to beat either Vietnam or Netherlands.
Yeah, and ignoring the funny that happened here, right? I think we're all kind of in agreement that's probably another
Yeah.
outlier with Austria. Austria's a
Unlucky,
good
right?
team this year. They have Stony Tai and Yuma, also known as Mami for Toros. The rest of their team is okayish. We saw Derki do really good on the qualifiers pool, but unfortunately, Austria is just a much weaker team than these three. I can see them beating Belgium, to be fair. I can see them winning that 1 point because Belgium is kind of reliant on Border and Sandwich performing well. But they're probably not beating the Netherlands or Vietnam in any universe.
I kind of agree. It's kind of like the same scenario as Kazakhstan. Just Austria really never had that like peak like Kazakhstan, unfortunately, because it's a smaller country. Maybe they could pull something off on 4.9 stars, but I mean, I think the three other teams are just like too experienced. So I guess we'll move on to number 3. I'm gonna be so honest. I think we also agree with number 3. I don't know about you, Foxy, but I think Belgium just kind of like slides into the 3rd slot.
See, for me, it's a hard one.
Don't say
right?
it, bro. Don't
I
even
know-
say it.
Okay, you know what? Fuck you. Let's make the prediction real.
Yo, what?
No.
Oh, hell
No.
No.
He doesn't
Netherlands is
know.
never like in bottom
He
2.
doesn't know. Gross my heel. He
Yeah,
doesn't know, bro.
I guess I will be the outlier here.
Do it, bro.
I think the lowest are lets Belgium do good. I believe in them. I know they're probably 3rd, but in my heart, Belgium is just they're such a good chill country. Everyone from there's chill. I just love Belgium. Sorry, Timper. But yeah, I think they can get 2nd. Let's be honest, they're never getting 1st in this group because the Netherlands exists. But there is hope.
Yeah. I think we move on to number 2 unless Timper has anything to say.
Well, the thing is, for me, also on the Belgian team, we just haven't seen Patatman or Ninja Lee play this year yet. Well, maybe from scrims. I don't remember if they played scrims, but I just haven't. I just can't put them to a 2nd just yet after not seeing them from qualifiers.
Yeah. And I kind of agree. I just think the 2 teams, Netherlands and Vietnam, are kind of outstanding, especially with Netherlands. IMO de-seeding kind of hard. But we'll talk about that later. Let's get on to a 2nd slot in the group. I think I've kind of hinted it enough. I think Vietnam, honestly, it's really unfortunate that like Oju Ayame didn't sign up. I don't know why they didn't. I think Vietnam would be so much better with them on the team as well as Hoshino. But I guess both of them just didn't want to play, and they kind of have this roster that they have right now, kind of carried by 5 and ZCNS. I forgot how you actually say it. Zinx. There you go. That's what I was looking for. You also have Roasted Chickens. I've played a tournament with them before. They're pretty good on DT and stuff like that. But I think overall they're a really strong team on low SR. But I think there's just a better team.
Okay, I feel as the outlier, I need to defend my position. There is you see the Vietnamese team. We've not seen Solos. I don't remember exactly what they play. I'm not 100% sure. Chino, Mousy. I think Chino is as low as they are in individual because they were forced on Hidden 2. If you know Chino, you know that Hidden 2 is not their strongest thing, but a lot of the Vietnamese team is good. I just feel like with the low SR, the Belgium team can just be slightly better. That's just my prediction. because I am kind of, guessing that Belgium has this secret weapon in Patatman, but I can see it swinging either way. Again, because of the SR being 4.9, I think it can go to either side, but I guess we will see. I believe in the Belgian boys. Come on, come on. You can do this.
Yep, you can believe in the Belgian boys, but we're gonna believe in the Dutch boys because
Let's go.
my God,
There's no argument.
this team, I'm sorry, is just stacked. Like, especially like on low SR, I think nobody touches Yuri on low SR. I genuinely think that Yuri is gonna be #1 individual this round. That's not glazed. That's just like bro is so consistent on low SR, and with a lot of the. You got like Marine and stuff like that. You know, you got Simon who popped up this year. You got Stoff Soho who's coming back again this year. And like them getting seed 10 without Simon and Stoff Soho, who are like undoubtedly some of their best players on the team. I think Netherlands is a team to look out for the longevity of 6WC. I think they have a really good fight with their roster. And they're a team to look out for. So I think they cleared this group, no problem.
Yeah, I know we're not doing individual like matchups, but I feel like Netherlands is in one of those groups where they could genuinely go 15-0. Like not even lose a map. And I feel like that's entirely possible for this team. I don't know how likely it is, but especially with the SR being as low as it is, but I can definitely see it. They're one of the very few teams that I feel like can accomplish something like this.
I see it, but I also know that the Netherlands has some weaknesses, definitely on like no mod. They're mainly a Hard Rock and DT team, so they will be fine on those maps, fine on the free mods. It's just that on the no mod they were just a little bit less established, I guess, during qualifiers. So hopefully they can bounce back from that in the lower SR in group stage. But I think they might have some big chances of losing a no-up. But I do agree, Netherlands does have a big chance of going 15-0.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't think there's a single argument from anyone that this is the correct prediction. I think Austria, Netherlands, pretty set in stone. Vietnam, Belgium, I believe in them. I will die on this hill, and if Belgium goes to winners bracket, I will ridicule both of you for the rest of the team.
Hey, I'm just here to agree with the Dutch. All right, that's my purpose in life. Gras Moya needs to lock in. All right.
Okay.
One thing I'm gonna say, Stoff Soho, I've seen him working on a new tapping technique, so I guess we'll see some speed from Stoff.
Stoff speed. It's
yes,
real.
bro, speed's a whole. Those who know. All right, let's move on to the next group. Hey, I mean, is there anything we need to say regarding the top two? But let's start from the bottom. No offense. I love this country. I love so many players that are on this team. But Lithuania, I'm sorry, bro, but I think you guys might be for.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, have to agree.
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate, but like, it is what it is. I think Australia just has a bit more. Sorry. I think some of these other teams just have a bit more low SR consistency. Especially a team that I'm staring at right now with my eyes. But I think Lithuania, fourth. Let's move on to the third slot, unless you guys want to say anything about Lithuania. They have Koldenelis,
Bad Apple, and Koldenelis can hard carry them to third in the group.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Unironically, Lithuania got so unlucky with this group. They got the best of they got Australia, who's a really good roster. And then they got Poland and Taiwan, who I believe to be like some of the worst draws you could have gotten. Just straight up from those. Yeah. Like on low SR, these two teams are like some of the worst draws. The only thing that could have been worse for them is Netherlands being in this group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing that could have been worse.
Yeah.
You guys are all gonna hate my my prediction later on, but we'll get to that later. Number 3. I think we can also just agree. Australia.
Yeah, I went to Australia as well. Just
I honestly like. It's just unlucky draw. Like they have such a solid roster, like Sorax Bay and Siphon and stuff like that. I think they have a really good tournament player team as well, like a Wild Red Panda and Grubs coming back from last year. I believe Grubs was on the team.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and I think is Easy an easy player on the free mods? Can I like is that good to say? Are they an easy
I
player?
have no idea. I'll be so
Let's check
honest.
their
I think
profile.
he can play easy. I think so. Yeah.
it's
Yes, I
just
think-
that
Okay, he
It's
is an
just
easy player.
just that Poland and Taiwan are just that little bit ahead that I don't think Australia will outscore either of them. I think it's just
Yeah.
going to be a fight between those two for the top spots.
Yep. And anything else, Foxy, or can we move on to where shit gets controversial?
That depends how you want to see controversial. I don't have much for this for Australia. I do want to say I might be on. We are all in agreement.
Nice. Let's fucking go. Love you
All in
guys.
agreement.
All right. Let's talk about this because I'm sure people in chat are gonna be like wanting to slice our throats. If this was anything above 5.6 stars or 5.4, I would put Taiwan first place. No question about that. But when it comes to a 4.9 star pool, I think Poland is just so much more experienced.
But yeah, so as we were talking before OBS decided to really interrupt us, Taiwan is a team that excels at high SR because of Murachi existing. And unfortunately at this SR they're going to struggle just a tiny bit. So I feel like we're all kind of in agreement with the second place in the group for Taiwan.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's unfortunate that Xeria got Osu tournament staff swiped, but if Xeria was on this team, maybe I would, have a different take. But I think Poland is just, up there. They have such a good roster. They've kind of been 6-digit for a bit too long, I'll be honest. They're kind of boomers, but they have what it takes to get out of this group in the first place. And I think we move on to the next group. Also, I don't know why, but the screen share is like super clunky.
Probably just to minimize crashing, hopefully.
Yeah, again, I'm back.
Okay, cool,
but yeah,
cool.
moving on to the next group. We're all in agreement with this one. Moving on to the last of the challenges group, which is going to be Group D. This is going to be another group that I think we take from the fourth place because I think we all kind of know what the first place is going to be. This group is a little more difficult than the others have been. Because, I mean, Argentina, Hong Kong, Japan are, like, all pretty much equal in skill, at least in my eyes. There's the one outlier that we'll get to. But I think for the bottom spot, if anyone wants to start with that one.
Hey, I got this, bro. I'm sorry, Hong Kong, but I'm starting with y'all at the bottom.
I found this group so
am I
hard to
wrong?
do it. I found this group so difficult. Just because it's like, if this is the closest group there is.
For the top groups, yeah. And what's your guess?
I did just go Japan. Just, I don't know why. I don't
Okay,
really
so
have a good reasoning.
So this is gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Are you gonna have Argentina? Oh, no!
Yo, wait,
We
hold
all have
on. What are
different
you
predictions.
smoking? What are you smoking?
So
I
hear me
know-
out, right? Hear me out.
Son.
No, hear me out. Okay, when it comes to Argentina, I know they're a good roster, but Hong Kong and Japan have always been beasts on low SR. Like, Hong Kong last year took a match, right?
Argentina's also been cracked at lowest.
Yeah, no, Argentina's more so been one of those, teams that kind of excels at the mid SR rather than the super high SR or super low SR. I feel like at 4.9, I can see them being last here. I can see it. Especially since Japan and Hong Kong are really good teams, and I mean, Brazil's never losing a match, so.
You know what?
I think they're definitely the
weakest.
weakest. Like, it's definitely the smallest. Like, it's definitely, like, the least likely, I think. I think Japan and Hong Kong are like a little more likely, but I can see Argentina, and I personally think they will, but I don't have much
I'll-
hope for them.
I'll follow the glaze. Or yeah, I'll follow up with that. I think it's nothing against Argentina. I just think that they have like 3-4 players, and then after that it kind of starts, dipping down. But I mean, it's kind of the same for Japan, and but
Yeah.
we'll run with this for now, and whenever Argentina somehow beats Brazil, we'll be able to,
If Argentina beats Brazil, there may be a report coming.
yeah.
I think we all know where Brazil's gonna end up, right?
Yeah, okay, let's just
Yeah.
get it out of the way, right?
Yeah.
let's not beat it out of the
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know who put
Alright.
Brazil second for me, but that was not true.
I-
Now we get into the Battle of Asia. What do we think? Starting with Foxy, what do you think?
See, okay, I have this as a straight up coin flip. No, genuinely, I don't believe that either of these teams is better or worse. If anything, like if you're looking at this from the most objective point of view that you can, I think Japan is just very slightly better at Loisar. But like I also know that Hong Kong has players like Gumaji, Seven, Reiki that are really good. So like I'm putting Japan, but I can see it swinging either way.
Foxy. Look at my screen share in Discord.
What is this guy doing?
To anyone wondering, he has JP and HK on the fucking wheel, and he's deciding it this way.
He's spinning.
And it's Hong Kong who won.
It's HK.
So Hong Kong is second.
I guess we have our prediction.
Yeah, so I was Argentina and then Hong Kong.
Shit.
Because I just think Hong Kong has just a little bit more of a developed mod roster that
Mm.
they can definitely use. But I'll be
You
happy
really
to see
don't believe in Japan, do you?
anything. I think Japan has a chance. It's just
I'm gonna swap Japan and Hong Kong. I'll give
Damn.
Japan the benefit of the doubt. I just think Yukiyama and this new person, sorry, I don't know who you are.
Okay,
Shiumano, and then you have our GOAT Never FC. Those who know about their skill cap, but they are really consistent on like Hard Rock and DT and stuff, and I think on lower side they'll be chilling. You also have like Miski Mins from like last year. So I mean that should be pretty interesting.
I mean, this whole group is just like a massive coin flip between
Yeah.
Argentina, Hong Kong, and Japan. Like, we all know Brazil's probably gonna be first unless they just mega throw somehow, which realistically, knowing this country can happen, I think like half of their players are not even like, looking at the pool at the moment, as far as I've heard.
that's great.
But I digress.
Yeah.
I think it could go to any of these three countries which gets into winners bracket. The main issue for them is getting into that winners bracket, right? If they get second. If they get third or fourth, they go to losers and have a much harder time getting further. There could be a New Zealand style run that we saw in OWC where they get top 6, right? Even from losers bracket. I think New Zealand started in losers. I don't remember.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, like we could see a Cinderella run like that, but I doubt it. Starting in losers is a massive disadvantage because you don't have a safety net. So
Plus, you have to play so many more matches.
yeah, that too.
You have to play like 2 matches from after the first week of bracket. You have to play 2 matches each week. Yeah, it's painful.
But yeah, I can see it go either way. For now, I think we move on. This group is a coin flip all the way through. You can see at first we had the third and fourth places both be something completely different between all of us. I think Brazil, Hong Kong are the only ones we can like somewhat agree are like second and first, but could go either way. We're not gonna stall for too long. We have a lot more matches to go through. As we now move on to the first contenders group, the first group that will go straight to losers or get eliminated. And I think with this one, we can start from the bottom. If anyone wants to go first, because I personally have opinions. All right, our opinions match.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna be different.
Going
Dude,
for Turkey, yeah. Okay, nice.
I believe. I'm
I can
kidding.
see
Not a
it. No,
believer.
I
I'm
can.
sorry, bro. I'm not a believer. We cannot see it. I'm sorry, bro.
What do you mean not? South Africa is
Um,
the first like African country to ever qualify for 6WC. I think the closest was like Oman in like 6WC2. I think they already like got into groups somehow and then lost like 15-20-0 or something.
That's
But
crazy.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I just think. I just think there's a bit more potential in the other teams, man.
No, I can. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, and I think we can like move on to the second place, which I am. Well, not second place, third place. Yeah, and yeah, I agree with Timper.
Oh,
Probably for the
oops.
same
I
reason.
I kind
You
of
put it in my sort of
prediction. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. I kind of put in Timper's prediction.
you can keep it there because I had Turkey there as well. Yeah. I just think that Spain. That's just, but for me as well. I just think Spain just has a little bit more chance of moving on than Turkey here, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, people aren't gonna like what I'm gonna say next for the number one, but I mean, Foxy, what do you think for second place?
You know,
Timper already put in
with the way
Spain.
you're talking about it, it makes me worried. But the problem is that, like, I don't necessarily disagree with you. I know you're putting down India for the second place. Let's be so honest with the way
What?
you're teasing about it.
What? I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Alright, put down your second place. Put down the second. Okay, yeah,
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
there it is. Yeah.
No, I'm trolling, bro. I can't do this. I think Noxilium and Churf and all them kind of had like too good of a performance last year. I know Furin and Wheelchair, they didn't play quals. I know they're kind of good at the game. They have FDEP, but I think it's gonna be like a really close battle on low SR between these two teams. And who the fart put Turkey? What? Yo, why?
That's
is
you.
I didn't do that, bro. I swear it said Spain.
Yeah, dude.
Anyways, I think it's gonna be a close battle between those two teams, but I think Spain and India are kind of like the guaranteed top 1 and 2, and unfortunately South Africa and Turkey, you guys are kind of on the losing end on this one.
Yeah. It would be great to see Turkey perform well and maybe even get to second, but I just think Spain has the better chances.
Yeah, they kind of de-seeded. It's a bit unfortunate, to be honest.
I mean, Spain has a lot of potential. Farron and Wheelchair are like kind of their main players and they were missing, and they still got seat 33. I think this could have honestly been in the challenges groups, this team. There is a world in which I kind of agree with Maiji's original take of Spain being first. I can see it. It's not like completely out the window, but I think India first is just a slightly safer guess because we've seen Noxilium, Chirf, and Bounce just be really good, and the rest of their team was, while not exceptional, still pretty okay in their qualifiers. So I can see it.
I can see it too, and I guess that's gonna conclude Group E, and let's move on to Group F.
Group F. This is an interesting group for sure.
What the?
Yeah. So this is a group of a bunch of underdogs, that being specifically Chile and Sweden, who were both kind of, expected to not qual, and if they do, very barely. Sweden actually getting higher than I thought personally, getting C36, not bad at all, but personally, just based on an experience gap by Chile, I do have to put Sweden one.
All right. So here's Group F. I think we kind of have the same kind of consensus.
Nothing happened.
We love Finland, we love Chile, we love all these teams, but like Sweden, I think the Swedish fish. I think our favorite
South Korea
are going to be on the bottom. I think they're just going to be on the bottom for this one. I'm still kind of waiting for a visual on my end. Nothing happened, guys.
Nothing went wrong in the 6-digit World Cup.
What could ever go wrong? Oh my god, it's not I can't count the amount of squares on my screen anymore.
Shut
Let's
up.
go.
Okay, moving on. Sweden, as much as I love this team and I want them to succeed, I just don't think they got it. I didn't even think they would qualify, but they surprised me, so I guess they can surprise me again in the future.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of like player they had last year for Sweden in minor league. I forgot who that was, but they were like 10K after quals or something. And I
Yeah.
mean, clearly they're not here this year to carry. They also don't have Cool Penguin. Cool
They
Penguin
had a
was kind
5-man
of the
roster
goat.
last year, by the way.
Yeah, bro. We don't talk about it.
One
So yeah.
Bella, Cool Penguin, Short Gnome, and Solmos.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, Sweden, you guys might be fourth. Maybe something can happen. Prove us wrong on low SR. Anything can happen. Let's move on to the next. I still can't see visual.
Yeah, the
It's
stream's
fine.
paused.
The next one, I think, kind of an agreement again, is just
Yeah.
Chile. I think they can beat Sweden, and I don't think they
Croatia.
can beat Finland or South Korea just because they don't really have the backup they need. Because
Yeah.
it's mostly just Yush on that team, Yush and a bit of Kyoshin, but that's kind of it for Chile. And then you look at Finland, South Korea. South Korea, you have the hydrogen bomb of Paradigm, who's going to FC most of the pool. I would not be surprised if he SSs 2 maps. And then you obviously have Kana, who supports them a lot better. And then, Finland is just a good roster overall. It's like kind of expecting
Yeah.
Chile to be third. I can see them getting second if possible, but very unlikely.
Yeah, it's not easy to have, but I don't think Chile is gonna get out of groups.
All right, let's move on to top 2 and top 1 because I agree, but I don't think Foxy's gonna agree the way he was talking about South Korea.
That was a joke, but
Thank you, bro. Temper, I want to
Hey,
hear.
I
I want to hear your reasoning.
I first thought that Sweden and Finland might have also some good matches because they are both Scandinavian. They are both at around the same seeding, of 3 apart, I think. I just think it might be low SR. For me, it's still hard to fathom how teams will perform on low SR, so that's also why it might be discrepancy a little bit. But I do think anything's possible in this group as well because it's just a ragtag of close teams again, just like we had in Group D. So take this with a grain of salt. There's definitely a chance of Finland going first. I just think from qualifiers, just going off qualifiers, that South Korea, well, they have the higher seed, so.
True. I will say that on low SR, unfortunately, Paradigm will not be able to carry as hard as they would be on high SR because, I think everybody can play 4.9 stars in 2026. So, I mean, I just think Finland has the more experience, like Alu 16 kind of being in the range for so long, Contio and P. Felix kind of being cracked as well. I think that's just gonna help them get first in this group. I wouldn't be surprised if South Korea manages to pull off something with Paradigm carrying, but I think besides that, that's just gonna be my opinion. Anything you wanted to say, Foxy?
Alu got an open rank badge, so technically speaking, this team should win no problem.
Wait, what?
He
Alu got
he
an
got a
open
hyper
rank
carry
badge.
to a badge because it was some Finland States Cup whatever, and he had Amasarik on his team. But he does technically have an open rank badge. Technically, he has
crazy.
one.
He doesn't have it on his profile, so he wasn't screened. What a lucky dog.
Yeah, so yeah, I feel like Finland just wins because of a little more experience. I can see South Korea. I think it's another one of those situations where it's like Hong Kong, Japan, where it's 50-50. You could honestly coin flip this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's our prediction. The only thing we disagreed on is with Timper because of Finland, South Korea, and I feel like that's a good thing to disagree on. So yeah, moving on, we move on to Group G, the second to last group, which is going to be a group that has a very clear first, despite the seeding being decently close. And I feel like a very, hard to pick second, third, fourth. So
All right, bro, hear me out. You might hate me, but I'm sorry, bro.
Go on,
I feel
explain.
bad. I feel bad. I feel like half of these people aren't even gonna be able to play with like what just happened in their country.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, they can schedule for next week. I can, yeah.
Yeah, they can schedule.
Dude,
I said it at the start of the stream, and I wanted to say something, but I couldn't. Anyways, I think Italy, kind of playing quals with 5 players is really difficult, and Shidu's actually kind of really cracked. So I don't think Italy's last. I think Italy is actually not third either. So I
Oh.
mean, we'll get to that after, but
Oh.
what do you guys think for third?
Well,
Hold on, he's
for me-
convincing me on this. Hold on. He is kind of right. They did only play with 5 people.
They didn't
And
play
one of us
five
didn't
And
get
games.
through.
Shidu-
He's kind of convincing me.
Shidu and Crix are like some of the
Hold
better
on.
players too. I think.
Okay, you know what?
So,
I
like-
agree that I agree that Italy isn't last, but I don't agree who's last.
What? Malaysia,
I don't agree with who's last.
Malaysia last. What?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Malaysia has this thing where they have one player. They have like 2 players on this team, and the rest of them are like somewhat like super new, basically. And every year, Malaysia is one of these teams that can either do really good, or really bad. I don't have hope for them this year. I just don't see it, but anything can happen. I don't think they get out of groups either way because I had them at third otherwise anyway. So
I was debating between like third and fourth. I was debating between Colombia and Italy. Italy on third, and Colombia on fourth. I think just that if Colombia gets to play like on good setups after the earthquake that happened there, of course. I hope they have like a place that they can play in. And I hope, of course, that they're all safe. But yeah, it might be. I just don't know how to see these teams on these low SRs. It's just hard for me.
yeah,
man.
the lowest are yeah.
I think low SR. I think Italy is a bit better than some of these teams. But let's move on to third place. They're all gonna get banned. Trust. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, bro.
I'm gonna put Malaysia at 3. People might hate me for this, but I just think that Malaysia doesn't have. I think their team is kind of all over the place in skill sets. I don't think that they have like a. How do I say it? They.
You
I
don't
don't
really
wanna
have
be
that much
rude.
skill set variety. Like a lot of their team kind of plays a lot of the same stuff, and even when they don't, it's like the team's not super great.
Like
it's a
their best
decent
scorer.
team.
They got number 4 on DT3, which I gotta respect. But like
Yeah. It's
everything else, it's like you have like 1-2 players who can play like the slot, and then the others, they kind of fall off a little bit. So yeah, it's kind of my opinion on it. I think Italy just has slots that are a bit stronger. Like they're stronger on some skill sets, but they're weaker on the others, and they can use that to their advantage to get points. It's not like qualifiers where you have to be strong on everything. So, I think we move on to top 2. Unless Timper wants to talk about, or actually no,
Yeah.
Foxy. What do you think about? What the?
My bad. I misclicked.
You better.
I misclicked. There is not a single world where I'm putting Belarus as second, bro.
Hey, bro, you never know.
Yeah,
No, I do agree with Foxy. I think Italy is top two, but I'll let you talk, Foxy, because I kind of just cut you off.
With Italy, like, it's Shido that's the difference maker for me. Because, like, I was thinking this team's kind of washed. Because, like, they had that one really good year in 6WC2, and ever since then, it has just gone downhill. Every year, they've kind of just been getting weaker and weaker, and this year, they kind of had a little bit of a resurgence with Palaveloci coming in. But, like, other than that, this team still isn't, like, super awesome. I would personally say maybe Malaysia over Italy. I can see it. It's another one of those matchups where it's, like, either or is going to happen. But I feel like Italy with Shido, and especially Palaveloci, is just, like, very slightly stronger.
Yeah, I mean, I think Paveloci, sorry, that's a weird name to say. I think they're just kind of be able to carry on anything low SR wise. They can play easy, so anything low AR, I mean, they'll be perfectly fine on. As for the rest of the team, I think they kind of just scale on low SR, especially Crix, kind of like a low SR player. So I mean, I think Italy is going to be second, and I mean for first place, I think the elephant in the room.
Yeah, we don't
Be
miss
seated
I don't know how
unanimous
this team
decision, at
is.
least for first.
I don't know how this team is in a losers group. They were missing Ilex, and that's the only reason I think. This team was absolutely supposed to be in a top group.
Yeah, this team is just, I think, the best in this group. No doubt about it.
Yeah, like this team is like Ilex can play easy. The rest of their team is good all around. They're not a super crazy team. Like Belarus used to have a really good team in one year. I think it was like, God, what year was it? Like 6WC4, I think they had a really good team. 6WC4,
Yeah.
6WC3, one of those two.
I think it was like our long year.
Yeah, like they had an insane year, and like ever since then they've been a little weaker. But like this year's team is pretty good. I would not be surprised to see this team like just get very far, even if they have to start in losers because of their seeding.
Yep. I mean,
Is there much more to say about this team? Are we gonna glaze them much?
no, I don't think we need to glaze them any more
Yeah.
than we already have. I think we just move on.
Yeah, I mean, now we get onto the last group. Hopefully we end the stream on our own accord after this one. Which is gonna be the H group, which is, I think, the strongest and weirdest contenders group out of all of them. I think the last spot, unfortunately, is like a little clear-cut because Romania is kind of like seed 40, one of the weaker teams in the tournament.
Yeah.
Temple.
I know
I didn't put
that
Romania
Baston
there.
200 didn't play, but like I know that's Badoo's alt account, but unfortunately Badoo
Timber?
trolling, bro.
I didn't.
Yo,
I already told you
Timber,
before.
You
I already told you before.
Funny, bro. You are.
I already told you
funny,
before.
bro.
I believe in Romania.
Oh yeah, no, he believes in Romania because he has friends from there. This fucking
Okay,
guy.
well, I'm sorry, but that's like putting Netherlands fourth in the other group. Anyways, let's keep going.
Yeah.
I think third place. I think we agree, right, Foxy? No, you dirty dog. There's no way.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. The problem is,
I
right?
know
No, no,
Black
hear me out.
Diamond is cracked, but
The thing is, yeah, Black Diamond didn't play in qualifiers. Like he played the last two maps and got like 50k on them. He was not prepared to play these qualifiers. So I feel like Latvia's a lot better than they appear based on seeding. Like, I
Fine.
believe in this team. I think Latvia is genuinely a cracked ass team and people are underestimating them a lot.
I know they're strong, but I gotta believe in Swiss. I gotta believe in the Swiss cheese. I think this team is actually
Don't the
so
Switch tree has
strong.
holes. So why?
On low SR, I think Switzerland
This
is
is all
just,
just
a
like this
that
team
you
has with their
can't
skill
sleep on.
set.
I think you can't sleep on Switzerland on low SR. That's all I'm gonna say. I guess let's keep going. I don't know
Okay,
what you
now
guys
we
think.
get into the meat of it. Okay, so I just want to say for
Swear
Norway,
to God,
okay,
bro. Don't you
Like,
dare.
Norway here. No,
Just
no.
please put
Uh,
Latvia into.
Look, I believe in the Norwegian team. Okay, funny thing is, right? Why is that was not put there by me for the record? That was someone else.
I think you're running for something else there.
That was someone
What
else.
team, Foxy, what other team are you gonna put, bro?
Okay.
He's gonna put
The
Latvia
thing
twice.
is, right? The thing is, right, with the Norwegian team, I feel like this team is so insanely demotivated by the fact that it's 6 people. One of those players is a 600k that didn't play. Like, this team has 2-inch Punisher, which Mr. Wonk, amazing name. Still don't understand why you're doing this to us. Commentators, God bless. Supe Jaeger, Andy, Haibane, Egg, and Zikwitz are like good, but like the rest of that team, the 2 players are just like kind of not there. I don't think they get to play a map, I'll be completely honest. Which is unfortunate, but what can you do?
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting some. Nah, I'm kidding. I would never say that on stream. I was about to say
Okay.
I wouldn't mind getting some of that 2-inch punish. No, I think we can agree that Norway is kind of like
I'm gonna video one out.
there's no. Yeah, you just stink. I think Norway is just too strong of a team, like all round with Andy, Haibane, Egg, Supe, and I mean this Punisher guy. I think they're just too strong of a team to say that they don't get first in this. So that's just my take, and I think that's pretty much it.
I
Right?
think it's
Are we
close.
done?
I think it's close between those two. But oh well, we'll see what the group stage brings us. I am a believer in the Latvian team.
I'm not.
From experience, group stages can bring anything. Definitely want to lower us our pool like this. So please prove our predictions wrong. Thank you.
Especially my G's. I don't know how you have.
What do you mean, especially mind you,
Yeah.
How do
especially
you have Latvia
Timbers,
as
bro?
not
do you
getting
mean?
through, dude? How?
But how do you have Switzerland is not getting through? Grr.
Because
I believe
Latvia and
in my
Norway are in the
goats.
same group.
I believe in my goats, bro. Black Diamond is
Alright.
washed.
We're-
No, I'm kidding.
okay,
Black
bro.
Diamond's
All right, we're gonna. I'm gonna
Let's-
kill this
let's
guy
end
right
this
after
quick
stream,
before-
straight up.
He hates French people. He's racist.
Yo.
That's crazy.
Yo.
All right. Let's close this out because I think we're I want to go play Osu.
Okay, bro. All right. Anyways, yeah. It has been a group prediction of all time. We kind of sped through it because we don't want to be here for as like 4 hours again as we did with the qualifiers or like placement predictions. These will probably happen like every week or every round. We're not gonna do it for next week because we already did it this one. But yeah. You can probably assume that these will happen up until finals. I don't know if we'll do grands. If we do, it'll be like right before the match, like 30 minutes, give or take. But I digress. This was it for the group stage. We will collect all of our opinions after the stream, and I will post them and put them into one image. Thank you to Timber and Maiji for being here with me. Thank you, Maiji, for turning off Osu for at least 20 minutes during the stream.
What?
And yeah, that's it from us, and we will be seeing you next time.
Yep.